Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow reptiles. So today I want to talk about Steam and Valve's decision to pull the game Hatred off of Steam Greenlight. For those of you who don't know what Steam is the #1 distribution of digital video games. I've been using Steam since the very first month that Steam launched. Steam has hundreds upon thousands of games. They also have a thing called Steam Greenlight, and Greenlight is a place where game developers, whether or not you're an indie developer or a game developer with a corporation, or whether you're just some person making a video game, this is where game developers puts their game concepts to be seen towards other users of the Steam community. For example, they can put preview early builds and early access, offer free-to-play games so people can try out these games and how these game developers can improve their games. And then once the game becomes green-lit with enough positive votes, the game goes on the Steam marketplace, and it's a really great way for game developers to get noticed, get their game out there, get seen, and get some people playing that game so they can give them some positive feedback for the future development of that game. I think Steam Greenlight is a fantastic thing, and it has helped many awesome games launch and get known. I have had a lot of games that I've played personally through Steam Greenlight. It's overall a great thing that Steam has implemented. However, recently they removed the game Hatred off screen Steamlight, despite it having a 93% upvote rate. People wanted to play this game, people did play this game, and people like playing this game. But the reason that Steam removed this game is because of its so-called quote-unquote violent offensive content. Now of course, Steam Greenlight has community guidelines such as no offensive, extremely violent content, which is really strange that they would have this as a community setting, or community guidelines, considering that there's plenty of games on Steam Greenlight that have passed with violent content just as equal to this game known as Hatred, where you can go around and kill people just for the fun of it. Just to name a few games that are on the Steam platform as of right now: Postal 1, 2, and 3, fairly violent games. You have games like Manhunt, where you can grab a crowbar and shove that crowbar through a man's eye socket. The execution kills are extremely violent and gruesome. Whether or not those are your type of games where you can go around and freely kill people, I personally like those types of games, but that's just me. But the issue here is freedom of expression to use your game and present your game as you see fit. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me that Steam has this policy that, oh, the game offends us, oh, the game's too violent, oh, the people don't like this game and think it's too violent for us to promote, when they have these equal as violent games on their marketplace for us to buy right now. In fact, I bought Postal 3 today and started playing it, and boy, is that a lot of fun, just to run around with machetes, pee on people, and blow people up. Of course, Steam can allow any game they see fit or decline any game they see fit, but what doesn't make sense is their reaction to the game itself by pulling it, by saying it has offensive and violent content, and therefore they cannot have it on their Steam marketplace. This just goes to show that Valve is a two-faced motherfucker that promotes double standards and loves to promote hypocrisy in what they will promote and what they won't promote. Steam Greenlight is pivotal for future game developers to get their game noticed, and it can really help the future development of the game when it gets on Steam Greenlight. It doesn't make any sense to me how the game was on Steam Greenlight for this long, thousands of people vote for it, it gets a 93% voting rate, and then after 6 hours on Steam, they pull it for the most ridiculous, pathetic reason I have ever heard. So I guess the real question, ladies and gentlemen, is where does Steam draw the line here with this standard of game ethics on what is allowable, what is offensive, what is okay, and what is not okay? How can you have a game like even Call of Duty where you're walking through an airport, technically promoting terrorism by some people's definition, of where you're walking through this airport with machines, guns, and you're slaughtering police officers at an airport? Is that not acting out a terrorist, brutally violent act of killing innocent civilians? But when a game like Hatred offers the exact same type of content in terms of an open world, shoot 'em up, kill innocent people with brutal executions, games like Manhunt and Postal aren't even looked upon as something that should be deemed on the Steam platform. Where do you and I draw the line for what is an acceptable game to play or not, or what game to have on the Steam marketplace? This is just my personal opinion, but I think one of the reasons this game Hatred was actually removed off of the Steam marketplace was not because of its violent content, but because of social justice warriors. The same people that cry and scream that video games somehow cause violence, or that because you're able to kill a woman in Grand Theft Auto, you know, the whole petition thing I made a couple weeks ago regarding Grand Theft Auto and these women getting the game pulled off the Australian shelves because supposedly you can kill a woman, which gives you more positive points. These types of social justice warriors come in the masses, and they send emails, they harass these game people who are within the Valve. They write horrible reviews of how this game promotes misogyny or automatically correlate the video game violence with real life violence, and because of the masses outcry ultimately come with the conclusion of getting what they want. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know if social justice warriors were actually behind getting Hatred pulled off the shelves, but I wouldn't be surprised. However, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you about Good Old Games, known as www.gog.com. Good Old Games. Currently, the game developers who are doing Hatred have Hatred on that website right now. It is linked down below. It currently has 2,300 plus upvotes. I personally really want to play Hatred. From what I've seen, it looks awesome. It looks fun. And quite frankly, I love just being able to go in an open world game and do whatever the fuck I want and kill innocent people just for the fun of it. Maybe that sounds gruesome, I don't know if it does, but I enjoy those types of games like Grand Theft Auto. The game is down below in the description if you would like to give it an upvote so I can give it a purchase and you can give it a try and play on goodoldgames.com, since Steam likes to promote their double standards of what is and is not tolerable on their platform simply because of, well, I don't even know. So thank you for watching this video. My name is Daniel Solisbach, known as Mr. Repsion. Please give the game Hatred an upvote down below. It is in the description, and I will catch you